Welcome back to another hello guys, welcome back to another video of SMG32. So meanwhile, back in the Brazil war, by the way, Brazil has declared war on every single country in Brazil, in South America. So eventually he managed to finish getting Guyana and then starts moving into Venezuela. Meanwhile, down in the south, he starts trying to take Uruguay again. He's trying to make the Brazil Empire and trying to get the biggest. So yeah, and he's actually kind of close to Thailand right now because he's at 323 and Thailand's at 347. So that's why he's doing this. And eventually he starts moving into Paraguay and takes this little panhandle from Argentina. Eventually he surrounds these troops. Well, then he surrounded them, but they were really strong, so we couldn't get through them yet. And then they started moving down. Things were looking really well for Brazil until Colombia came in. Colombia decided to ask USA for help, because USA knew if Brazil would own all of South America, eventually it would go for Africa and probably be the biggest country on earth. And USA agreed with him, so USA tried to get down there as fast as possible. So he declared war on everybody in Central America. So he started moving through Honduras, Costa Rica, which was really easy to take. And then he was coming on Honduras on both sides. So yeah, things really weren't looking good for Brazil right now. To the last one, I don't think, was that Honduras? I don't know. Whichever one is Honduras, I don't care. Because I don't really know I don't really know the ones in. So pretty much USA is pretty much just taken all of North America except Canada and Alaska. And then something happened in Canada and Alaska. Canada asked to have this little panhandle, and Russia says fine. So yeah. Meanwhile, back in Brazil noticed what Colombia was doing up there, and he started pushing back against him, making his regular borders again, but pushing more in. Eventually, he managed to get to the coast and start invading Ecuador. And then he managed to get a small push through Peru, splitting it in half. So he starts pushing in from here and up here. Eventually, he takes this big territory, which was really good to them, and then eventually he finished the ones up there, but he couldn't get through those ones down there. Meanwhile, he has now started invading almost every country, and then he started invading Bolivia, and then now he has started invading every country in South America. And then eventually USA starts sending troops through Colombia to get to Venezuela and Colombia to fight back. Eventually Colombia gets all his land back, and he also starts invading Brazil. Eventually, they signed a peace treaty, and Brazil won. So Colombia does not die, but he gets less land. Ecuador is gone. Ecuador will be gone. Bolivia will be gone. Peru will be gone. And Argentina will be a puppet of Brazil. Venezuela will be gone. Chile will lose some territories, and Argentina will also, and they will both be puppets. Colombia will not be a puppet of Brazil, but now will be allies with USA. Okay. Meanwhile, back in Europe, meanwhile back in Europe, Germany decides to invade Sweden. And then she was like, hey, why don't you just buy Denmark instead of invading me? And then Germany said, that's a good idea. And so he did. Meanwhile, back in France, France was getting kind of worried of Chad and Germany and USA surrounding them from all sides. And Italy. He was a little worried about Italy, not really. They would have the upper hand of invading, though, since they have two stuff, and they could also invade from here on land and here. So yeah, that's not gonna stand for long. Italy is not gonna stand for long. I'm saying that because something will happen. Meanwhile, Mali is taken over by France, and so is the west of Morocco and this country that I don't know the name of. So they're invaded, and then France starts invading all these other ones. I think this one's called Bogo Fisco or something. And then Togo and Benin. So, and then eventually he's not going to invade Ghana because that wasn't a part of him. And then eventually he's finished for now. And then eventually he lets UK get the West because he's nice and they're allies right now, I think. So eventually UK lands in Africa and starts invading. And eventually they take this little country, I don't know. Then they start moving into I don't know what it's called. Guinea. And then Sierra Leone, and then Liberia. And then they sent a ship to Ghana because France was letting them have it. And then they took it. And then they took all the little stuff over here too. So yeah, so then I just noticed that the car is still around. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I mean, Europe. Oh, there's one more thing. The Pope horizon. Vatican City starts invading Italy and decides, and since it was in Rome, it takes it immediately. And Italy is like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And just to make it worse, San Marino declares war on Italy too. Eventually, they split him in half and Italy surrenders. So then they arranged the borders. Vatican City would get most of the bottom, and San Marino would get most of the top. I mean, all the top. And then he would also get, forgot the name, this island. And then he bought, Corsica from France. One second. Okay. So that was the new Italy, the split up Italy, technically. So yeah. And then Vatican City decided to buy Libya from Chad. So, yeah. Meanwhile, back in Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, the Ottoman Empire decides to buy this from Vatican City because one, the borders look really bad with it, and two, because he wanted to invade Croatia. If you hear something like in the background, that's just Cole playing the Xbox. Yeah, I know, he plays it a lot. And then eventually Hungary and Ottoman Empire were touching, and they decided to make a union. One, because I don't want to get confused on them being the same color, and two, it just makes sense and they have the same enemies. Anyway, they decide to invade. Serbia decides to join them because the borders look really bad. So that was pretty much the Ottoman Empire. The Hungarish Ottomanish Empire. Meanwhile, back in this place, Yemen decides to make the German Empire. He changes his flag. I'm not actually going to make a new country because I don't really want to. So, yeah. Most of that rebellion is. Eventually, he decides to invade Saudi Arabia. His goal is to invade Germany so he can get back up to his homeland. And then he invades Iraq and Iran. I just noticed how close the names are. So, I can't really think of... Oh, India. India decides to invade Myanmar. And also Thailand invades India. Declares war on India. And obviously he steamrolled through them because this is India we're talking about. So, yeah. If Thailand actually worked with India, he could have got all of this. But he decided, nope, I'm just going to invade India instead to protect my ally. But he also decided to invade Maysila. I'm guessing one of those cities with the capital. Then he invaded Singapore, and he bought these little. Then he bought these little islands from. Then he bought these little islands from Indonesia. Sorry, there's a mosquito. I had to slap it. And then he also invaded Brunei, which was really easy for him. And then he bought that island from Philippines. And then he started invading the rest of Thailand. Then he noticed, wow, this is really easy. I could keep on going. Then he invaded Cambodia. And then was like, my army's kind of running out. I should probably stop. So then Cambodia and Thailand were the last countries he was going to invade. Eventually, they both surrendered. So that was the end of Italy's campaign. Oh, wait, I forgot about Myanmar. He surrendered too. So yeah, that was Italy's campaign through the southeast, right? Did I get that right? I think I got that right. Anyway. Antarctica doesn't move this time. He decides to invade South Africa. 1 second, Cole. So the coldness is spreading. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I thought that was a leak for a minute. I was like, huh? And then he starts moving into this country. 1 second, Cole. And that was really it. Eventually, Mozambique surrenders. And he also just took Mali. And then that was the the Penguin Empire. Holy, stop! I'm making a video. You guys can skip that if you want. It's boring. Yeah, okay. Anyway. So there were 3 problems in the war. Number 1, Brazil himself. Number 2, Antarctica invading Africa. The penguins are probably going to have a hard time getting through the west of Africa because deserts. And, penguins don't do well in hot. And 3, Yemen. Yemen is probably going to struggle going through. He's going to have to figure out a way. He's either going to have to invade Azerbaijan, which will be really easy, and Ukraine, and Poland to get to Germany. Or he could just invade the Ottoman Empire, which have a huge army, but they're both the exact same army when they're combined. So even if he did invade Azerbaijan, Ukraine, and Poland, they would still be the same army as Ottoman Empire. So if Ottoman Empire did take him on, it would wipe out all his army, but they would be able to take it. So yeah, that's the 3 problems in the world. Oh yeah, and India. I meant 4. India's a problem, definitely. And Pakistan. Well, a little bit. North Korea is kind of a problem, though, not really. But North Korea's empire will grow in the future, I promise you. So now they were getting less countries every single day. Wait, what is this? What is that? What is that? What country is that? You should be dead. Bye-bye. Okay. Anyway. So there were a few countries every single day. And this map is looking very... let's just say weird. Auto zoom. Anyway, so yeah, bye.